She fell short. Eala fell tonight. And before you click off, before you start endlessly scrolling through the highlights and feeling that same old punch in your stomach, I need you to pause. I need you to stay here with me for a moment because there's a lot to unpack, a lot to absorb. And honestly, I think this story is still one of the most beautiful things I've seen unfold in Filipino sports this year, even with the loss. So, yeah. Coco Gauff 6-0, 6-2, 1 hour and 7 minutes. Gauff advances to the semifinals of the Dubai Duty-Free Tennis Championships and Eala's run. This amazing, completely stunning, nobody expected this run comes to a close. That's the outcome. That's the scoreline. But the score does not tell you who Eala is. And the score definitely doesn't tell you what this week meant. Let me walk you through it. All of it. Okay, so, before we even get into the match itself, here's something you need to understand. Eala stepped into this quarterfinal having already done the unthinkable twice in this same tournament. She defeated world number 8 Jasmine Paolini, Italian Open champion, Roland Garros finalist in straight sets in the round of 32. Then she came right back and defeated Sorana Cirstea, who was riding a 7-match winning streak and had just claimed a title 2 weeks ago, 7-5, 6-4 in the round of 16. 2 victories back-to-back against 2 absolute elite players. And this is a 20-year-old kid from the Philippines ranked number 40. I'm telling you, if you had looked at the draw and told me Eala was going to be in the quarterfinals of this tournament, I'd have said you were out of your mind. In a good way. Out of your mind, but still. She earned this. She earned this match against Coco Gauff. And that's the mindset you need going in. Now, the match. Coco Gauff is world number 4. A 2-time Grand Slam champion. She's won the French Open. She's won the US Open. She competes with this kind of controlled intensity that just wears people down. She's been one of the 5 best players in the world for over a year now. And guys, here's the honest truth. Tonight, she was unstoppable. Hardly had a solution for anything Gauff sent her way. Gauff's serve, Gauff's forehand, Gauff's ability to rob you of time and strike the ball early into open court. It was one of those nights where you're watching from the stands, or in this case, from behind your phone screen, and you can just sense that there's nothing can do. Gauff was in that zone, that icy ruthless, I don't care how loud it gets zone, and it showed right away. First set Gauff takes all 6 games. 6. Love a bagel. Alex's first bagel of all of 2026. And honestly, from Alex's body language, from the way she was shaking her head, talking with her coach Joan Bosch at several points, she knew. She knew this wasn't her night. When you're playing like this, and every single mistake keeps stacking up, it wears on you. Alex made 33 unforced errors in this match. 33? That's the kind of night where your racket just doesn't feel right. The ball doesn't bounce the way your mind expects and nothing connects. Second set, Gauff jumps out 4-0. 4, love again. Now, at this point, the Filipino fans, and there were thousands of them in that stadium, flags raised chanting, had gone silent. That kind of silence where you're still there, you're still hoping, but you don't know what to cheer for anymore because it just keeps getting worse. And here's the moment, the one moment in this entire match that I will remember. Alex is down 0-4 in the second set. She's getting bageled for 2 sets straight. And you know what she does? She holds serve, and then she breaks Gauff, down 2-4. After that break, suddenly the crowd comes alive again. The Filipino fans find a reason to absolutely erupt. Flags waving, noise levels shooting through the roof because she's not finished. She refused to let herself get double bageled. And if you know your tennis history, Alex's last double bagel loss was back in 2022 in the Madrid Open qualifiers. She was 16. She wasn't going to let that happen again on the biggest stage of her career. Did she close the gap? No. Gauff came right back and took the next 2 games to seal it 6-2. But that moment, that hold, that break, told you everything you need to know about who Eala is, when it would have been so easy to completely check out, to just finish it and go cry in the locker room. She battled. She made Gauff earn it. She made the crowd believe for just a few minutes. That says more about her character than 100 victories ever could. Now, let me tell you about Coco Gauff after the match, because this is the part that honestly got me. Gauff, who committed 8 double faults, by the way, because even when she's winning 6-0, 6-2, she's still human, talked about Alex in a way that gave me chills for a moment. First, she recognized Alex as a fierce competitor. She said, even when I was ahead, I knew that she could come back at any moment. I've seen her do it before. Think about that. The world number 4, the 2-time Grand Slam champion, was watching Eala and thinking, even at 6-0, 4-0, this girl is dangerous. She can make something happen. That's respect. That's not just being polite for the cameras. And then came the crowd part. You know, there were thousands of Filipino fans cheering for Alex, making that court feel like Manila in the heart of Dubai. Gauff said she handled it by doing the most Coco Gauff thing imaginable. She said whenever the crowd cheered for Alex, She just pretended they were cheering for her. I think it helped me a lot. If you can't beat them, you have to join them. I mean, come on. That's so funny and so clever at the same time. The woman won a French Open and a US Open, and she's still cracking jokes in an on-court interview. Respect. But then here's the part that hit me. Gauff looked around that stadium at the Filipino fans, at the cameras knowing millions of people in the Philippines were watching, and she said, "I'd like to thank Alex for bringing a new demographic to the sport." And she smiled and said, "I know sometimes it's tough when you're playing against a home crowd, but I think it's great for the sport. So, keep being enthusiastic and keep rooting for your player." That's not just a gracious message. That's recognition from one of the best players in the world that what Alex Eala is doing matters. That the way she's building a following, creating those moments in the stands, getting thousands of Filipinos to fill an international tennis arena, that's bigger than any single tournament result. Coco Gauff saw that and she pointed it out publicly, and she's right. Oh, she is absolutely right. Let's talk about the bigger picture here, because I think tonight watching Alex lose you might feel disappointed or upset. I get it. I felt it too in real time. But let me tell you what Alex Eala just accomplished in Dubai this week. And I want you to sit with this. She was ranked number 47 going in. Wildcard or not, she does not belong in a WTA 1000 quarterfinal on paper. She beats Hailey Baptiste in round 1. Okay, reasonable, right? Then she goes and shocks world number 8 Jasmine Paolini, a top 10 player in straight sets. I covered that one. You all saw that one. The crowd went wild. Then she takes down Sorana Cirstea, world number 31, who hadn't dropped a match in 7 outings. Another straight set win. And she didn't just scrape by either. She rallied from 4-5 down to grab the first set and then confidently closed out the second. That's 3 victories in a WTA 1000 event. 2 of them against players inside the top 35 in the world. She reached the quarterfinals of the Dubai Duty-Free Tennis Championships. A WTA 1000, only the second WTA 1000 quarterfinal of her entire career at 20 years old. And here's the kicker. After all of this, her ranking is rising. It was projected to hover around number 38 live after the Cirstea win, possibly climbing even higher now with the quarterfinal points secured. She's already the highest-ranked Filipino tennis player in WTA history. She was the first Filipino to break into the top 40, and she's only getting started.